If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and our home team. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Go, and run it, run! You're not going anywhere, man. What are you doing? You can't get...
They'll come up now, 2nd and 4 from the 31. On 2nd down, Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Samson Ebukam in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
To throw on 2nd down. Warner working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Green 39. Green 39.
A play fake. Now Warner. They got a man. It's Woods. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards on his 1st down as well. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Here we go now. 3:19. 3:19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 18 yards to pick up there.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit!
On second down, here's Barkley. Oh, eluding the tackle. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in, and he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Saquon Barkley, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Lock in.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play action. It's Warner. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards at a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. It'll be Warner on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now Warner. Forced out to his left. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Warner escaping the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Well, that was excellent coverage right there, and he definitely did the right thing, showing that discretion is definitely the better part of valor. Threw it away, preserved the opportunity to kick for a field goal.
And excellent coverage. And right now the human is controlling the defense, so good job, human. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Lock in.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Trubisky will throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now it's Trubisky. And his throw here's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on third and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Lock in.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know. Defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. Here's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw, Warner rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go. He's got a man complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A huge play that time for the Rams. 42 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Off play action. Warner out to his left. Escapes the defender. And out of bounds right around the 20. 10 more there and another 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
This quarterback now, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports. after this.
Hey, you got 3. All right, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, Warner to Barkley on the check down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it third down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Off the play fake, Warner. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10, it's Trubisky again. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. It's caught inside the 25. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. 54 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Lock in.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Now Trubisky to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. they'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Truthfully, I thought the offensive line did an excellent job on that play. We know they can only hold off pass rushers for so long, but I thought they did a great job keeping them at bay for a long, long time, even though he was hit at the end of that play.
Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Gun! 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 Gun!
On 1st and 10, Warner. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Rams add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially
the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Onto the field now come the Bears. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Final play of the half, it's Trubisky. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Off play action. Warner. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
Lock in. 18.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 1st down, Trubisky throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now it's Trubisky. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
18.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Well, that field goal block pretty much sums up the day for them, doesn't it?
Boy, it really does. What's the word we often use? Symptomatic. It's just been a sign of how this one's gone.
Give a lot of credit to the guys who got in and blocked the kick. They've had the advantage all game, and they continue to press it.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
On second down, here's Trubisky. And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Let's see what they draw up here. Third and long following the sack of Trubisky.
18. Blue.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Reynolds. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Here's Warner. Looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it's second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Warner from the gun. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Leopard! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
319!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
All right, now, lucky 56. Hot!
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. 17 yards to pick up there. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Warner. Now left, he's got it to Everett. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A handoff to Barkley. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
It'll be Warner on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Warner. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On 2nd down, Trubisky gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball, a little dangerous, could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down.
Lock in.
Now Trubisky on first down. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Hurry. Lock in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They get 8 yards back there, and they could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7. On third down, Trubisky gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call.
And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Warner. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. On 2nd down, Warner. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Warner. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Reynolds. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw to Barkley on the check down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
No. Check. Patriot.
Watch the curl. Tighten up.
Hot! All right, now, lucky 56. Hot!
From the gun, Warner. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception, we'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. The left side completion to Jones. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Hurry, hurry!
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Trubisky to throw. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Warner. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know.